Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we continue with our journey to rainbow all of the units in Dokkan. Today we're going to go ahead and rainbow this free-to-play unit from a couple of years ago, this Tarble. Tarble, of course, I did want to rainbow because he is currently the only UR or higher Tarble in the game, that has access to the hidden potential system and all of that. Now, Tarble, of course, is Vegeta's brother. Honestly, I feel like one mistake Dokkan is making is they're getting very lax with, a new Dokkan Fest exclusive will come out, and, it's, the new Dokkan Fest exclusive, there's, an EZA, there's an EZA area, and then, one new banner unit. It's very predictable, right? I would like, the old days where these Dokkan Fest exclusives would come out, and then, a bunch of old units would get awakenings would be ideal, because Tarble is only an SSR. So, this guy easily could have gotten an awakening, when Majin Vegeta came out. When the Tech Majin Vegeta came out, have Tarble get a Dokkan awakening as well. There's no reason not to. And, give us, stronger free-to-play units like that is not a bad thing. Give Tarble a stronger character in the game is not a bad thing. And plus, I did want to rainbow Tarble. Again, he's the only UR Tarble in the game. But I am wanting to strengthen my roster of free-to-play characters for things like LR Prime battles, as well as, I could definitely see some sort of event coming out in the future where having all these free-to-play characters rainbowed could be useful. So, let's go ahead and test out our boy Tarble. Alright guys, so we're back, and funny enough, look at that. In the first part of this video, which I recorded on March 12th, I'm recording the second part, actually, Awakening Tarble here on April 26th. I was calling for Tarble to get an awakening, and I was saying, some of these celebrations, Dokkan Fest come out, and then there's, one new banner card, and that's it. Well, Golden Week happened, and we got 3 old awakenings from, summonable units. We got the 2 awakenings from the Yo Son Goku and Friends Return event, and then, of course, we got the 3 new free-to-play events from the Buu Saga story event, so they did very good with this. Now, really quick, I want to show how this guy awakens, because I probably won't do a separate video on it just because there's no new stages or anything in the Yo Son Goku and Friends Return event. But if we head down to the event, all that's new is that they added the 2 medals to the Baba shop, actually. Because, see, there's this old Tarble medal. What is the old Tarble medal used for? Because he used to be just an SR, and then he awakens to an SSR. And then you can actually get the new medals from the Baba shop, both the Gotenks medals and then that Tarble medal right there. So what you have to do is you have to be running the first stage and get all of the different radishes, right? The big and the small radishes. And then we head over to the Baba shop, and you can actually purchase the medals here in the Baba shop with the radishes. The big radishes, there's 2 Elder Kais in there, which you could easily get while grinding up the small radishes, so you can get the medals, which are 50 each. So it is going to take quite a few runs, but, the Fusion team is an extra category bonus for the actual event. So, if you've got all the proper Fusion characters, you could, run through it very quickly. And, Trunks and Goten were recently added to the Fusion team, so that's easier to get the category buff there because they are technically a Fusion LR now. So let's go ahead and awaken Tarble. I never ended up doing that rainbow video on the first part of him because, I've rainbowed 50 units that I've not done videos on yet. I sort of get to them when I get to them, right? Depends on how, busy things are. Well, now we're going to take a look at Tarble Awakened. I think he's going to be pretty solid for a free-to-play unit. All these free-to-play units are actually quite good. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Awakened Tarble. I'll level him up, and we'll hop into some events. Alright guys, so we'll start out on the Vegeta family team. Now this is probably going to be Tarble's best situation. And I think honestly, I really like this batch of free-to-play units. This Tarble, I think is probably good enough to run on the Vegeta family team. Maybe even Siblings Bond as well, because so he changes STR orbs to AGL, which could be very helpful, maybe for LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, if you're running Tarble on the Pure Saiyan team, because he is Pure Saiyan. He gets 60% attack and defense, which isn't the greatest. But then he does have a 30% chance to dodge enemy attacks if there's 2 or more Vegeta family category allies on the team. And then he, of course, is a Sibling Bond category ally support of 1 key and 20% attack and defense. So, there's quite a few different things there where this Tarble's actually a useful unit. What's his defense at? 73k is not the worst. And again, he is going to have a 30%. Well, wait. Is it a 30% chance to dodge or 25? Yeah, it's a 30% because it doesn't say medium. It just gives you the percentage straight up, 30%. Okay, so that's pretty good. Tarble also does raise allies' attack by 25% on super attack. He's got that sort of like, you know, AGL Vegeta super attack effect or whatever. It's pretty good, you know, and then Vegeta is part of the card, so they could potentially do a Vegeta and Tarble card in the future. That could be interesting. But I do like what I see from this Tarble. I mean, you know, they gave this guy a very reasonable Dokkan Awakening, and I think he could be very good, you know, in free-to-play events, stuff like that, you know, like Prime Battle events. Although then again, the thing about Prime Battle events is that they just make it a really long grind rather than a difficult grind. You know, back when it first started, Frieza and Goku were difficult. I mean, Goku much more so than Frieza, because Frieza, they open, like, with Goku, you could only use Super Strike units at first, which just made it the worst. But then again, Goku, you know, basically, it would be like if they released a Prime Battle LR right now, and then the Prime Battle LR had, like, Gohan and Goten's exact leader skill, right? Where they gave Sibling Bond the 4-key, all those stats, and then they also had the Goku family leader skill, because at the time, Prime Battle Goku had the same leader skill as Gogeta, you know, who at the time, again, was, you know, the undisputed best unit in the game, that STR Gogeta. So, like, it would be just, like, insane if they just released a free-to-play unit that had, like, Gohan and Goten's leader skill exactly, right? Like, we all agree that would be nuts. Ridiculous. So, that's why they made it so hard. Then they released Prime Battle Frieza, who was really good. I believe he was actually on, like, the top 10 hardest hitters list over on Reddit when that LR Frieza first came out, the first one Frieza. Because that was right around when AGL Rose and Merge Zamasu were coming out. So, like, the villain team was really nasty, and that Frieza was really good. But they opened it up. I believe that Frieza has kind of a shitty leader skill, but he does have, like really good, like, links and his passive and stuff like that. And then they made it easier for him because any, any free-to-play unit that was droppable, that was where they started that, where they could be used, right? Which, you know, is definitely really good. Unfortunately, the 3 free-to-play units from the new Majin Buu Saga story event, you buy them from the Baba shops. You can't use them in events. It kind of sucks, honestly, that they did that, because, you know, I really would have liked, you know, to have used, like, that Angel Goku or that Ultimate Gohan, you know, in, like, a Prime Battle event, especially, like, that Ultimate Gohan, man. You know, and, like, the Angel Goku, the Goten, like, they're all solid, but they don't really have, a fit on those Prime Battle events. It's really unfortunate. There we go. Don't forget, the LR Super Saiyan 4s can do this, man. They have this ability in them to counter super attacks, and, you know, that's why I think LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, if he does happen, he probably will become the best unit in the game upon his release. So I want everyone to understand that. He is going to be crazy. 109244. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this right here. Now, I am actually going to use an item here. Well, I don't need to. Boy, this is risky. This will be a really good attack set for Tarble because Trunks and Vegeta are going to super... Uh-oh! Oh, I might have died, actually. Yeah, I mean, Android 13 does this. I've said that this is the toughest Dokkan Fest boss for a reason. Yeah, we might be dead. It's going to be close. I mean, Tarble will probably... Well, Tarble's defense might be good enough. We'll see. This is bad. Well, Trunks will probably take 60, 70k. Yeah, okay, we're alive. We just managed to survive. That's what happens when 13 super attacks you right away. And then he has attacks afterwards. He destroys your defense. He can stun you. He does a lot. 833k for Tarble. Not bad. Remember, Tarble was also buffing Vegeta. We might live right here. Ooh, a double super attack. So his attack set goes up even more. We might survive. And then, you know, potentially Tarble's dodging could save us. Let's see how this works out. And we die. Oh, yep. That's why I say Android 13 is the toughest boss in a Dokkan Fest exclusive boss in the game. Is that right there? When he gets that super attack on you and does 250k, it's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. All right, so now we're on the Pure Saiyan team, which of course Tarble will be a good help on. And again, Tarble is going to be pretty solid if there's sibling bond category allies around. Now also this Vegeta has the sticker effects. Let's take a look at Vegeta's stickers. I mean, Super Saiyan Aura does look good, but that hollow background really does kill. I don't know what they're thinking. Yeah, these hollow backgrounds, man, like, it just looks terrible. Like, don't they realize how bad it looks? Like, and that Super Vegeta art is still awful. I mean, these look okay. I don't know. Maybe God Vegeta. Oh, yeah, God, that looks a little bit better, but I don't know, just like, you can just so clearly see the shitty hollow background. It's not great. The blue aura always does look very good. I don't know, it looks okay. Feel like it could have been a little bit better, but, you know, I think the hollow background is a big thing. Like, don't they know that no one likes those hollow backgrounds? Like, they must, right? Like, did they just not listen to us, or what? Like, how who, what, why, when, where, how? Like, what? Please, Dokkan. Very simple fixes that people would really appreciate. 500k for Tarble right there. Okay, not bad. And, you know, we're going to have a couple of different good support type units on this team. You know, we do have Turles. We also have, whatchamacallit, the Broly and Paragus unit. Broly and Paragus, by the way, who show up on Earth and say, we are here to get revenge, but they're not on the revenge category. That same Broly and Paragus, yeah. Yeah, don't forget about that nonsense. Okay, I actually don't want to get like a crazy super attack with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because I do kind of want to move a little bit slower here, because I do want to get some of these support type units over with Tarble. So I'm not... Oh, wow, Gogeta super attacking a lot today. That's fine. But I'm not going to go crazy with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I did bring Super Saiyan 4 Goku because obviously, you know, he could get a nice buff from this Tarble, right? Because Tarble creates AGL key spheres. I guess that actually is something that would hurt LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on the Vegeta family category team, huh? The fact that this Tarble changes STR key spheres to AGL hurts Vegeta, because Vegeta gets, what, 4 key from STR key spheres, so that is a bit unfortunate now that I think about it. Yeah, it really is, man. Looks like we're going to one-phase this Gogeta anyway. Okay, sure. The good news is that blue Gogeta is actually rather tanky, so... like, once we get to his STR phase, we shouldn't have to worry too much. Okay, this is pretty good right here because both Vegetas are on Sibling Bond, so both of them are indeed getting the buffs from Tarble. That's good. 67k defense. I'm not going to super attack with that transforming Vegeta at the end just because I don't want to destroy this blue Gogeta. Wow, Gogeta super attacked all 3 rounds, like, right away. That's pretty rare for Dokkan Fest bosses to be that aggressive. I mean, I'm not complaining because that's going to show us... I mean, that blue Gogeta animation is still incredible, right? So, like, I'm definitely not complaining about that. But still, like, very bizarre. Like, what's up with our boy Gogeta being this aggressive today? Jeez, my boy. Relax, Gogeta. Relax, relax, relax. Okay, so, yeah, we'll... next turn, actually, it's going to be really good. Having blue Vegeta, Tarble, and then Broly and Paragus, that will be very, very good. For our boy Tarble, to see the numbers that he does put out, right? But continuing to awaken old units like this is something that Dokkan does need to continue to do with consistency, right? Like, this is very, very important to give units of this level awakenings, because it's something that's just really going to help out, like, new players and stuff like that, too, right? Like, this Tarble is like a solid unit. Like, you could rock him on teams. Like, if you're a new player, you know, this Tarble, the Int Gotenks also got an awakening from that event. Like, different units like that will definitely get very nice buffs. So it's important to sort of keep them, to farm up everything and continue to awaken old-ass units and give old-ass units easy A's and stuff to really help out new players. Because, you know, like, one of the big things of, like, the download celebration and, like, anniversary and stuff like that is they're trying to bring back either old players who had stopped playing or bring new players completely into the fold, right? And a good way to do that is by making sure there's relatively easy or cheap options to obtain that will allow players to catch up, right? Which, you know, I would say that this Tarble probably would fall into that criteria. So, okay, so this will be a pretty good rotation for our boy Tarble. We will see how he'll do. We'll definitely put this Vegeta first. I think I'm going to go ahead and heal up just to make sure, you know, we don't want a repeat of that Android 13 boss. But I knew what was going to happen, right? Like, I called it out. Like, okay, this is risky. This Trunks, if he gets super attacked, we could be in trouble. And sure enough, it happened. Because, you know, I've got a lot of experience with that Android 13 boss. Like, I know how he gets down. That's the way they can make Dokkan Fest events sort of difficult, is when the bosses super attack you and massively lower your defense. But I would rather the events just be a little bit longer rather than more difficult. Not because I'm salty about losing, but just because then it gives you more time to actually get proper setups to showcase some of these units. And, you know, we could actually see transformations for rarer cards like Super Buu or Int Goku Black or, you know, LR Super Vegeta or LR, Physical Gogeta. You know, those types of units actually get awakenings, which would be cool. So we'll end off on this super attack by Gogeta right there. Always nice to see that. You know, maybe the best super attack animation in the game. Could be. That Gogeta, it just looks so good. So let's go ahead and take a look at our boy Tarble's info now. Alright, so this is Brotherly Reunion, Tarble. His leader skill is the Sibling Bond category, key 3 and 50% of stats, or all types key 3 and 30% of stats. So not great, but you know, he is a lower level free-to-play unit, right? He is the he's the 4th leader for Sibling Bond. We have 1 real leader, the Gohan and Goten. Then we have 2 sub-leaders of Android 18. I guess the one Battlefield Android 18, she is Sibling Bond 3 key and 120% of stats. So, like, she's actually, like, a real sub-leader right there. Whereas, like, you know, the other 2 are just, like, free-to-play options. Tarble's super attack is the Brotherhood Gallic Gun, which does supreme damage and raises allies' attack by 25% for 1 turn. His passive skill, Together with My Brother, gives him, changes STR key spheres to AGL key spheres, which unfortunately would hurt LR STR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Then Tarble also gets 60% attack and defense, and he gets a chance of evading enemies' attack by 30% when there are another 2 or more Vegeta family category allies on the team. I guess that's not really too hard to do on a lot of these different teams Tarble's got. And then also he gives Sibling Bond category allies 1 key and 20% attack and defense. Just a little 20% is still nice to have, and then the extra key, definitely nice to have. His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage, Brainiacs, the Saiyan Lineage, Respect, Cold Judgment, and Shattering the Limit. 12 key multiplier is 135%, so a little bit lower than I would like, but, you know, it's okay. And then our boy Tarble is on several different category teams here. He is on, of course, the Pure Saiyan team, which, you know, got a couple of recent free-to-play units added to it, and then, of course, they did get LR Vegeta and Nappa, so even when a celebration is not focused on Pure Saiyans, of course, Pure Saiyans still get buffed. That's just how it is. The Vegeta family got, both that Kid Trunks and Tarble, so pretty good. That Kid Trunks, of course, will be very, very strong for the Vegeta family category. Well, maybe, because you're not going to have a Goten you could pair with the Trunks or Krillin. So I guess that would hold him back on the Vegeta family team a little bit, but it's not so bad. He's great on other teams. And then finally, this Tarble is on the Sibling Bond team, so we get the new Goten, another Goten, Gohan, and then Tarble right there. Okay, so not bad. So there is our boy Tarble. Gets an awakening after 3 years. Definitely deserved it. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.